take a walk on the woo-woo side with me. My name is Michelle Douglas and I'm an intuitive healer, coach and soul regression therapist. I help people to create health, wellness and prosperity in their lives through a process of clearing harmful or restrictive energies or beliefs. My ultimate goal is to empower you to create the life that you desire. For more information, visit findmysparkle.com. Hey there, it's Michelle here. We're on episode 33 of the Find My Sparkle podcast, and today we're going to be talking about lesson 19 of A Course in Miracles, which is I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts, which I take that to mean is that when we are thinking about something or someone, then we are absolutely affecting those around us. So it's an interesting one, and I personally believe that if we are thinking in particular of another person, then it absolutely is affecting that person in some way. Obviously, it's not a conscious thing, it's more a subconscious thing, but absolutely. So your thoughts affect your reality, and that reality can affect the people around you and how they behave around you, as one example. So I had a client, her name's Sally. Let's call her Sally. That's not really her name. But anyway, so Sally came to me for help with an upsetting work situation. She told me that her boss was really, really awful toward her. She didn't know what to do. And she explained to me that her boss was really cold toward her, was inflexible with Sally's requests, and Sally had a belief that her boss just didn't like her at all. So I asked Sally to try an experiment. It's a bit out there, but anyway, so I asked her to try this experiment over the following week and to report back to me after the week was done. So here's what I asked her to do. So every morning before work, grab a notebook. At the top of the page, write down the name of your boss. This is what I said to her. So write down the name of your boss and spend 5 minutes writing down everything you like about her. This could be something such as the nice jacket she's wearing that day to something kind she said to you or someone else. Obviously, it might not be you to start with, but, if you see her doing something positive or there's something, she might even be wearing a nice piece of jewelry. Whatever it is, just try to find something nice that you can write about her. And every day, observe your boss. Try to come up with more things to add to your list the following morning when you're doing this process again. So in other words, I was asking Sally to consistently or constantly look for the good in her boss, even though she couldn't see it right now, because this would make her list writing easier the following day. So what happened next? So Sally truly wanted to see some changes for the better. And although the idea of writing something nice about that woman that was so mean to her sounded a bit counterintuitive, she wondered how on earth this exercise could change anything as well, but she decided to give it a proper go. So a few days later, I heard from Sally. She was amazed, to say the least. Not only had her boss started being nice to her, but she was literally going over the top nice. It was like, what? So why did this happen? Okay, so like this lesson states, I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. So in other words, my thoughts don't just affect me, they affect everyone around me. And that can include my friends, my boss, my family, the lady at the checkout, and so much more. So until I really started to learn how this stuff works, I had no idea just how much our thoughts create our reality and therefore our entire world. But this is what happened to Sally. So in changing her perception of her boss and therefore her thoughts about her boss, remember her job was to search for and write about only the positive aspects of her boss, it literally changed the way her boss acted toward her because her boss was affected in some way by Sally's thoughts. Looking at what Pam Grout thinks from her book, The Course in Miracles Experiment, and you really should buy it if you haven't got it because it's really good. Her explanation takes a similar road to my interpretation. So Pam likens our brains to cranky old uncles who do not like to be wrong, and they literally make stuff up. She says that they construct reality to fit our beliefs. This in turn creates patterns and fills in blanks to reflect our dominant ideas, wishes, and emotions. In Sally's case, she believed her boss was mean and horrible toward her, and that's exactly the reality that Sally was going to see. And I think her brain must have been filling in some blanks to make it continue to show that reality that Sally had a belief in. So until Sally changed those thoughts and beliefs through the process of looking for the positive aspects about her boss, her reality could not change. So when Sally started looking for the positives and really started to focus on those, not only did her thoughts change, but her boss had no choice but to change right along with them. So today's exercise from the Course in Miracles book is to spend a minute or so today on a number of occasions thinking about people or situations and repeat the following. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about blank. So fill in the blank with whatever you're thinking about. Do this 3 times throughout the day. Remind yourself of this fact. This is really just a reminder for you that if you are in the midst of a funky thought situation right now, your world is very likely going to reflect those thoughts. And the best way to shift that is to shift your thoughts. So I sat on this lesson for quite a few weeks as I was struggling to understand its proper meaning and to really get that right. Because you can't teach something unless you can understand it. Well, you can't know something unless you can teach it to someone else so they can understand, right? So I've been trying to get my head around it myself before I could actually talk about it in a, I guess, semi-confident way. So my interpretation may be different to yours, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. That's as long as we get the main message here and that is to really just watch your thoughts, because they really do create your reality. So until next time, have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. See ya.